Hello everybody, welcome back to CGTV. Tonight we have got another CGI game for you, and it is going to be between HyperX against eSuba. That should be starting any minute now. The players are just getting into the server. So what do you expect from this matchup, Warhammer?
Well, to be honest, I think it's going to be a game for eSuba. I mean, if you look at just looking at the lineups of both teams, well, I don't really know the players of TF that well. I do know Owls and Evo.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this to eSuba. I mean, just based on the names in the team.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at CG as well, your predictions, it's backed up by the fact that eSuba have won 2 of their games in CGI out of 2, whereas GameFaction have lost both of theirs. So not looking too good for them at the moment. But we all do know this is Cardan. Anything can happen, and if a team is on point for that day, anything can happen, and maybe GameFaction can get something out of this one. Of course, eSuba does have pretty much an all-star lineup. I mean, we can, I guess, go through the lineups quickly now while we have time. So, for GameFaction, we have Evo Freak. Is it Freak or Freak? I'm gonna have to work out how I'm gonna say these names.
Just call him Freak.
Yeah, we'll call him Freak. It looks like Freak anyway. So we got Evo, Header, Freak, Fox, and ALZ or Owls. I'll call them Owls just for ease. And then for eSuba, we have Jani, Paradox, Lubashmir, Sexax, and CDE. Of course, Jani and CDE both coming from it was Cyborg Factory, who they previously played for. I think after going to LAN, they decided to team up with Paradox and Lubashmir and Sexax, obviously coming back from retirement, to form this team, which is it's a pretty scary looking team if you ask me, and these could be doing extremely well in CGI, and I imagine they will do.
Yeah, well, eSuba has been a household name in the COD scene for quite a many years, and well, with a lineup they have right now, they are a serious contender for the #1 spot. And I have said that from the get-go.
Yeah.
First game I saw from them was the game we did yesterday
Mhm.
against AT Gaming. Well, AT gave the team they played before a bit of a run for their money, but against eSuba they didn't look all that confident, and eSuba just finished that game off in style. And I specifically remember a beautiful no scope from Paradox. And well, people, I just saw somebody in the chat say, well, Paradox is back from retirement, WTF. And after that, he was like, yeah, but then I don't think he's as good as he was anymore. Well, you'll be in for a big surprise, because this Paradox is the same Paradox we know and love. And if you're in game against him, know and hate, because the guy is still spot on.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. Just what the whole team can do in general. They do look like they have a strong lineup, and in general, this should be a good match. I mean, we've got Owls, and I'm not sure who else, but there was a couple of players on this GameFaction team that were in Clan Poland. Obviously, Clan Poland was at the top end of the scene for a very long time. Owls recently coming back not so long ago, so. Yeah, they do have strong players. It's not just like they're just some random team that they're going to be playing against. So it's going to be interesting, real interesting, to see if they can put much of a dent in this eSuba lineup.
We are not going to underestimate GF, because those guys have an experienced lineup as well, and it's not like they're playing a couple of newbies. So this should be hopefully a very interesting game. I mean, we had a little bit more of an expectation from the last one, which ended in a little bit of an anti-climax. I mean, we expected more from the team granted beat, but
Yep.
let's hope this game is going to live up to its expectations, and that we're going to see a beautiful game.
Yeah, indeed. Just looking now, GameFaction's logo is very interesting. It looks very like hand drawn. It's quite interesting actually. You don't really see that these days with digital technology and all that lot. You got Photoshop and stuff, but yeah, it takes a very like sort of rustic feel to it, which is pretty interesting. And the fact that I haven't really heard of GameFaction before now, I guess maybe they're a strictly Polish organisation. I've not really heard too much of them in any game. Although I don't really follow many esports titles at this time. But yeah, should be good. We are waiting on one final player.
We're waiting for the man of the hour, Paradox.
Yeah. Trust him to be late, like a diva.
He's always late. He's a real pro. He's always late.
Yeah, that is definitely how it's gauged. I remember, Dignitas. He was Dignitas Mark. I can't remember what team he was in, but at Epic Land, his team was given a loss because he turned up an hour late. So it just seems to follow through.
That was that you can consider that an epic fail.
Yeah, well, an hour is it's quite. Hopefully, Paradox isn't that late.
No. I just saw in the chat that somebody said 1 minute, so he's going to be here pretty soonish.
Okay.
And speaking of GF, I've never heard of the entire team org before. I've been out of the running too long. I had a little crack at League of Legends casting a while back, and seeing as the casting died off a little bit, so I had to try it elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, well, I just got back into the whole podcasting. I really missed it, and I was over the moon that CyberGamer gave me the chance to get back into casting my favorite game of all time. So, I'm pretty happy to be a part of CyberGamer and a part of COD 4 again, even though it's on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting the fact that CGTV has decided to come back. I think that's like a big part down to Dave. If you don't know him as an admin on CyberGamer, he sort of like he just started like, I want to get CGTV back together. He put together a Skype chat. He got people involved, and now it's I mean, the Skype chat's got quite a few people, and there's probably about 12 to 15 people in there who are now actively involved with CGTV, which is pretty interesting because others have gone off to do other games, but it shows that love is still there for COD 4, and they're back here trying to give a pleasant experience to everyone watching, and hopefully showcase the game we all know and love to the best of its ability.
Well, the funny thing is that Chris Mead and Real was the one who approached me for this.
Oh, okay.
And well, he was the one who actually kickstarted my career as a caster. He gave me the opportunity to cast.
Yep.
And well, apparently people liked it because I'm still here. So yeah, and well, when he approached me that he wanted to reboot CyberGamer TV, and he asked me if I could help them out, well, I couldn't say no. I mean, I owe the guy so much, and I'm happy to do it. I mean, I'm back at the game that I love, that I started to play back in 2007, and I thought it's always had a special place in my heart, and all the players do as well. So I just couldn't say no.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd previously said before, I had spoken to James a couple of weeks ago about maybe casting some, COD 4 as Streamgasm, and then this whole CGTV thing came along, and, why not do it sort of as a whole and have some form of structure and get a lot of other people involved? Like, I just thought, it was a great opportunity, and hopefully at some point in the future we'll see James, or Duffer as he's also known, casting some games.
Apparently, for the streamers, we seems a bit confused. GameFaction is a new organization, as our old org clan Poland merged with GF.
Okay.
So just to clarify that's what Alls just said in game chat. So just to clarify, now you guys know that's what happened.
Okay, so GameFaction are essentially Clan Poland and another team combined. Okay.
Basically.
Okay. Now I understand a little bit. It's quite interesting actually, because Clan Poland was, I guess, fairly big, especially I guess in the Polish side. I'd definitely heard of the name in quite a few games, and in those games they tend to have really good teams. So it's quite interesting the fact that they've merged and took the name of a different team. I find that quite interesting actually.
They would like you to ready up, guys.
I'm ready.
So there we go.
And
we're going into the knife round, and which basically means we're going to veto again. The same run we did last time. So let's see what's going to happen here in the veto. For the people who just joined in, I've got one question for you. Where the bloody hell have you been? Yeah. You missed a lot. And this is our second CyberGamer Invite League game that we are casting. This is GameFaction versus eSuba. We just had the granted win 2-0 over Irenes. And well, this is the second game we are going to do, and I'm going to keep a close eye out on the veto right now, as my colleague does not see any in-game chat.
Yep. Looks like Paradox is just disconnected, which could be an issue for this eSuba lineup.
Hacks, cheats.
Precisely.
Yeah, see, it's being called in chat as well. Cheats. Oh, Crossfire is deleted by Alls.
So, okay, so GameFaction are going to eliminate Crossfire, so that one
and
will not be
Buglad is out as well by eSuba.
So now
backlog.
Now it's up to GameFaction to pick their map that they want to play first.
Indeedy.
So that option is out of City Strike. Wow, a bit of a mix of maps there. City Streets, Strike, and Crash.
It's sad because Lubashmir really wanted to play Crossfire tonight.
Aww.
So unfortunately for him, he has to take his revenge out on another map.
Yeah.
So let's see what the map is going to be. We're still in suspense. They're keeping us in suspense. They're keeping us waiting. Crash has been picked by Alls. So I'm guessing that's the first map we are going to play in a bit.
Yeah.
Now let's see what eSuba is going to choose. They have City Streets and Strike to choose from. So let's see what that map is going to be. It's going to be City, so that means that Strike again is going to be the deciding map.
So it seems that
we get that far.
That Strike is, you know, it's no one's favourite map, but at the same time, it's tolerable. It's been chosen now as the deciding map.
Yeah, but I don't get it. I mean, Strike is such a nice balanced map. It can go either way. It's always hectic. It's always exciting. And why do it as a decider? I mean, just do some massively fun stuff in the beginning. Like, I mean, everybody knows Crash. Everybody knows what's going to happen on Crash.
I guess
they're going A all the time, and Paradox is going to have a ball on that B alley or the back at A with the red car. So,
but I think I think Strike's changed up a lot from what it used to be.
The only thing that really changed is that usually it was a defense-based map, which was preferred. But now with the tactics that were made over the years, and the tag nades and the stop nades and the stun nades and whatnot and whatever, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you choose attack or defense nowadays. I mean, but everybody knows what's going to happen. That's the annoying part about Crash. Everybody knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, but the thing is once in a while something completely out of the normal will happen, and I guess at that point that's
we encourage randomness.
Yeah, just run around looking at the sky and just hope you don't run into someone.
Do you remember Pandemic?
Pandemic.
The American team that came to the lands back in I think it was 2008.
Yeah, it was 2008.
Who did like this massive speed push every round on this map, and they absolutely destroyed. I think it was back then. It was the last resort. It was like a Dutch team who got absolutely destroyed by their B alley tactics. I mean, they had one of the best scopes of America. They had Prank. I mean, the guy's a legend. And they had like Nabor with the AK. I mean, those guys were epic. I mean, they actually introduced that like massive B push. And they
you don't really see that these days, though. You don't really see big B pushes on this map.
No, and that's too bad. I mean, it surprised everybody back in I think 2008 it was, and well. It's so lovely to see. It's so fun to see how people in such a close little alley can get those tactics in. I mean,
yeah,
going A is just plain boring.
It is, and I mean it's what everyone expects to happen. But on the odd occasion, you'll see people just try and take control of middle and then maybe switch it to B. But that's only if they get the picks. But for those of you watching, as you can see at the bottom near the bottom of this screen at the moment, there is a hashtag that you can be using. Who do you want to win this match? Let us know by tweeting with the hashtag CG Invite. Previously, we did have a tweet from, his name is Hoffy92, and he said Granted will win this game. Of course, that's what happened, so his prediction was correct. Let's see if you guys can get the result correct on this. Tweet at us with the hashtag CG Invite. I'll be sure to keep an eye on those tweets coming through. At the moment, I'd say the favourite is eSuba, but let's hope that GameFaction can really pull something out of the bag and really mix things up in this CGI match.
Oh, my prediction is going to eSuba as well. And, well, I hope it's going to be a close game. But please don't tell me you're going to contradict me.
I'm going to go with GameFaction.
God.
Just because
this is the same thing that used to happen to me to GTT with whenever we did like a prediction, I would go for one team and my co-caster would always go for the other team just to piss me off.
Well, not just that. If I go for the other team, at least one of us is right. Whereas if we both go for the same, that doesn't happen, then one of us...
Yeah, but you know what the annoying part is? They were always right and I always lost.
Well, if I go realistic, I would probably say eSuba, but just because I want it, you know, just change things up a little bit, I'll go for GameFaction.
Yeah, you just want to piss me off.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe that's a small part of it.
Just admit it.
Okay. Yep. So, I guess we're waiting at the moment on 5 players. It does look like Paradox is back in game and hasn't been kicked as of yet. I shouldn't really say that, I may have just jinxed him. But no PB issues as of yet, so hopefully this game will get underway very
they
shortly.
just said in the chat that he had to put his PB file in again, so that's where the little problem was, apparently.
Yeah.
So now hopefully it's back. They're wrapping, so now we're going to get the knife for sides, I guess. Or they might all just commit suicide and just go the way they are. That's what we saw yesterday in the game with eSuba, I believe. Versus AT. They just didn't want a knife for sides, they just all committed suicide.
I guess they might do this on this as well. I think eSuba are going to be extremely confident coming into this.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, wow.
And there goes Paradox
that
again.
That is bad timing. Paradox gets kicked just as the knife round starts. So I guess maybe eSuba now is going to try and knife this one out and just buy Paradox some time. And
well, that's not going the way they planned it.
There wasn't much time bought, as the knife round's quick as anything. And,
ladies and gentlemen, the first team ace of the game is a fact.
And it was a knife round. So now we're going to wait for Paradox to join. Hopefully he doesn't have any issues further down the line. It's really unfortunate that he is having these issues at this moment in time.
Yeah, well, that would be they're talking about a mode without Punkbuster. That would also be an option. I mean,
yeah, I mean, considering PB doesn't really do anything these days apart. Well, it doesn't really do anything now.
It just kicks random people for nothing.
Yeah.
That's what PB has always been doing.
Yeah, I mean they kept the master ban list and stuff, which I guess would keep some of the cheaters out, but now that PB doesn't support Call of Duty 4 anymore, I guess that doesn't really exist.
Well, there was a time that PB just like banned a lot of random people for an error they had created themselves. And a lot of people were caught by that. People who had actually never cheated before, they were like even lower than Academy. They just never played this game properly. And they wanted to play Pro Mod for once. They got instant banned for some error that PB made. Yeah. So PB has never had a decent, real, normal input on this game, to be fair. So I don't know what's going to happen now, if they are going to do it without PB or with. I don't really know.
I guess someone's going to have to put the command in console to do that. I think it's, isn't it just like match underscore MR12 underscore PB or something along those lines?
Yeah, something like that.
But I'm pretty sure that
they have to see if it's according to the CG rule set.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's allowed to play with PB on.
Yeah.
They're asking now if power will go down. Can you turn PB off, please? That's what they're asking.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's allowed in CG. Maybe Dave can give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, it's not allowed to play without Punk Master.
How about both teams with a...
I don't know.
What's it?
No, not even then. You need to run Punk Master.
Okay. I'm just going to say for the future, like, maybe that rule needs to be revised a little bit with what Punk Buster not really existing anymore.
Well, then let's hope that Paradox doesn't get kicked anymore. So we can get a decent game on the way.
We are still waiting for a couple of players to ready up.
I'll make sure I'm
Maybe we
ready
can
up
get
as
this show
well.
on the road.
Those
So,
asking in chat, yes, this is PC Call of Duty 4. It is Pro Mod, just
Yes,
so
it is.
you know. Right.
And basically, if people are asking what mode this is, Pro Mod is basically a totally ball mode. There is no perks, no kill streaks, no nothing. It's just you, your guns, and a nade, and have fun with it.
Yep.
Basically.
So the round has started. 3 men down quickly, and CyberGamer picks up the 4th player. 1 man left. He has seen him on sandbags. That player is Freak, who was able to actually get a grenade kill earlier onto the middle of A to stop that bomb going down, and now the fakes are going out, and CyberGamer would have just actually heard him drop down, and you don't see him now, so he's going to know he is towards bottom, turns around, gets an easy kill there onto Freak, and strong round there from eSuba.
1-0. eSuba standing strong in that first round. I want to take a quick peek at the legend, the man with the scope. I want to take a peek at Paradox. He is also the bomb carrier at this point for eSuba. So that basically means they're taking it a little bit slowish. And we could potentially see a B round with the scope if the bomb is in hand. Johnny opening the round, taking down Evo there with that SMG. Al's making his way in towards that bottom A. He takes down Johnny. CDE replies immediately, takes down Header.
Texas follows up on Freak with the Desert Eagle kill.
4-on-2, make that 4-on-1 as Texas is in their spawn, taking down Fox. Al's now last man standing. Bomb has been planted on B, but no time anymore as Lubashmir takes down Al's with that AK-47. So it's now 2-0 for eSuba.
Yeah, I mean, the return star of CyberGamer really proving his worth at the moment. 5 frags in 2 rounds, not bad at all, and we're just going to follow him and see what he can do, as he does have the AK, which usually plays a more passive role, of course, compared to the SMG, but he's still been managing to pick up these frags, and there we go. Catching Header off guard, down Bialy. And at the moment, it seems like it is the eSuba players that are falling down left, right, and centre. Header, the only man down so far for GameFaction, and CyberGamer would have just spotted this player on B-Link. There we go, Freak's going down. Evo and Fox left to find, and it is 2v1. CyberGamer on the back foot, and he's going to be checking everywhere. At the moment, he doesn't really have too much of a clue where the players are based. Does spot the player, lower sandbags, picks him up. And now Fox has to keep his cool. CyberGamer doesn't have that bomb, so he's going to have to start making his way back towards spawn, pick that up, and then work towards a bomb site. And Fox is going to... Oh, he isn't going to spot that. CyberGamer actually missed the shot, but it must have been a great one, as Fox just looking in the wrong direction and caught off guard. And there we go. 3 rounds now to eSuba.
Well, that was a nice 1-on-3 clutch there from Success, taking the round to eSuba, which didn't belong to them, to be honest. I mean, but in the end, they took it. And now it's Evo with a car bomb on Paradox, destroying the scope early in the round, giving a massive advantage normally to GF, but it's eSuba that actually is destroying GF right now. And it's just All's last man standing. And I just got a little message on my X-Fire of Chris, you have to remove the overlay and get back to in-game mode.
Done.
Alright,
I did it a while ago. I realised after the first round that I had still...
right, okay, so...
This is the issue when casting and also running the stream. Like, I get confused. My
Yeah,
brain
but
is...
it's nice. If the viewers don't have any screen to look at, they have to fantasize how the rounds are going. That would be fun as well. I mean, we actually see Fox with a shotgun.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's quite interesting when his team's losing, but I guess that's just to hold the close pressure on A. And oh, wow, lovely deagle from Fox there onto Lubo, and Evo also getting a frag of his own onto CD with that AK, and now it's the man of the moment, CyberGamer, who has been getting all the kills, and he's killed from behind just as he turns around towards B-Link, sorry. And CyberGamer currently 10-2, but wasn't able to see that round out as he was... didn't really have much of a chance with 3 players being up from GameFaction.
Well, I must say the shotgun is pretty underrated. I mean, if Fox here is going towards that A side, so he is trying to get in towards that building. The shotgun is for close quarter combat, so why wouldn't you use a shotgun if the only spot you are going to be in is going to be in that A house? So why not use it? I mean, it is logical. I mean, it's not used that much because you don't have the spray of bullets, but it is pretty doable. Let's say it is doable. And well, it's a 4-1 lead for eSuba right now. Make that now 4-2 as Als has defused the explosives.
Yeah.
So it's a round back for GameFaction.
Els and Header seem to work well together there to prevent Paradox from being able to worm himself out of that one. Wasn't able to do too much, and they managed to work and get the kill and take him down. But oh wow, 3 fast frags there with grenades. Well, 1 grenade, 2 car kills. And frags coming left, right and centre, leaving only 2 men up for GameFaction, 3 for eSuba, Lubo, CyberGamer and Paradox. And we do actually see 2 of these Super players down towards that B, and the nade takes out Lubo from Fox, and that's going to leave it 2v2. And both of these GameFaction players are pushing towards B, and wow, CyberGamer there quite out of position completely. Didn't realise there was one down to his left, and now it's down to Paradox, who's got the bomb planted, but he's sort of now stuck in this position as both players know where he is. He is going to try and get the scope kill, gets the tag onto the player. Can he get the kill? No, he can't. Fox able to survive that one, and it is going to be Freaks who picks up that kill, and now the bomb is going to get defused, and that's going to be 4-3. So GameFaction clawing this one back.
Well, that's the only disadvantage of the shotgun. You don't have any range.
Yeah.
So in a 2v1 situation that they were in just a minute ago, then it's okay. And especially if the only one you have against you is a guy with a scope and a deagle. And Fox is really showing off his deagle skills right now. He's deagling people half over the map, so he's showing his worth.
The issue with that though is deagling. So that's only because he's got a shotgun. Like you said, the range isn't too good, so
Yeah.
he's having to use his deagle.
And as everybody knows, deagles are still very overpowered. In Call of Duty 4, you can easily kill a man with a deagle just as good as with an AK over the entire map. Well, as it stands right now, Johnny has naded Fox, and Evo returned the favor on Johnny with a nade of his own. Now Evo with his second frag here on Lubashmir. The CDE goes down to the SMG of Als, leaving eSuba with only 2 people left. Sexaz and Paradox. Paradox now goes down to Freak's scope. So it's all down to Sexaz once again.
I mean, look at Paradox's score.
Beautiful shot there from Sexaz, just lying down there. Not a care in the world. Takes his second frag. Now in a 1v2. Can he clutch again for his team? He just did a 3v1 a round or so ago. And now he has to do a 2v1. He gets tagged up pretty heavily there. There's still a guy there near that scope building. It is Freaksaw. Is the bomb going down? Random spams going out here. The bomb has been planted. But now Sexaz has to watch his back as well as Header comes from the B alley. Trying to get the jump on him. Freaksaw already does the work for him with that deagle, takes him down. So now it is all
Square again. It is now 4-4.
Yeah, well played from Freak. Managed to outmaneuver himself on that one to pick up the frag. He could have found himself in a bit of a pickle had he been killed, because it would have been a 1v1, and he would the super player would have been in a more of a well, Sexaz would have been in a stronger position. Was it Sexaz who was last man then?
yeah, it was.
Yeah, he would have found himself in a position where he's 1v1, bomb down, and the player's pushing down Bialy, so it would have been a real struggle, but nevertheless, Freak managed to pick up that kill and got the round for his team. 4-4 is the current score.
And apparently Fox had a little bit of lags. The timeout was called by Evo. Fox left the server and reconnected. I'm guessing he had a little bit of a lag issue going on, so hopefully that's sorted now. So we can take the rest of this game by storm.
Wait.
And hopefully Paradox can finally get a kill on the board. I mean, he's underperforming massively.
Considering what you said before the game.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked at Paradox yesterday, he was making the most amazing shots. I mean, no scopes, quick shots, flick shots. He was doing it all.
Yeah.
And now, he can't even hit a bus from like 5 centimeters away. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but...
I mean, what's quite... I mean, I have seen him hit a few shots, few flick shots, but the problem is he hasn't been getting the kills. He's still getting for 99 or 98, whatever the damage is, and then not able to follow up on the Deagle to get the kill. So maybe it's just a bit, in terms of luck at the moment, he's just a bit unlucky with his timings and his shots, which can always play a big part in COD. You can always feel like everything's against you. You can just fail on 1 or 2 kills, and then all of a sudden you just feel like everything is against you. You can't get a kill. You can't hit anything. The hit registration's messed up. You know, you come up with all these sorts of excuses. But Paradox, with the sort of caliber players out, you'd expect him to overcome that. And maybe he will. I can't see him doing this bad for the whole game. So let's just see what... Actually, we're going to follow him. Let's see what he can do. So... He looks like he's waiting for a grenade.
He's not doing much.
Yeah. So he has got a grenade in his hand. He has opted to throw that back A. Will he pick up the frag on that? No, he won't. Does spot wanting to go bottom A. And it is Header who takes out his teammate, actually. Evo pushing in. Header getting a bit scared and taking him down. And then CDE finishes him off. So Header really screwing up for his team there as Paradox actually gets the frag. He gets the frag on the board. ALZ goes down to his SMG. And, wow. Paradox gets a kill. Woohoo!
Well, we don't see a Bond Paradox with his first kill, so we're having a party.
Yep.
Surprisingly enough, it wasn't a scope frag. It wasn't an SMG frag.
Yeah.
Anyway, he has his first kill on the board, so he's going to be happy about that. We now see Lubersmeer opening the round on Els with a nade. Evil and Freak doing a quick 1-2 there on Johnny and Paradox. So Paradox still a little bit unlucky in this game. Even though he had his first frag in the previous round, he's still getting outscoped by Freak here. Freak coming up big for his team there with those scope shots. And Fox now taking down CDE. And there goes Paradox again. MD5-2 queries. Don't know what's happening with Paradox, and he's back.
Yeah, so I guess at the moment he's just going to try and overcome that by trying to reconnect.
And the timeout has been called.
Okay, so maybe he's going to actually try and permanently fix that issue.
Yep.
Hopefully he does do that.
He's got a CGAC problem. CGAC. No idea what that is, but...
He's got a what, sorry?
He's got a problem with CGAC.
Oh, okay, CyberGamer.
Probably some sort of anti-cheat.
Yeah, it's the CyberGamer custom one.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that was... I think Unreal was talking about that yesterday. That Badcap has made that one?
Yeah, Badcap.
Yeah, alright.
Also known as Kevin, who is in chat at the moment. So for those of you who do play... Yeah, for those of you...
big shout out to him then.
Yeah, for those of you who do play COD 4 CyberGamer and are still able to do so, why don't you say thank you to Badkip? He made the anti-cheat that made it possible. Otherwise, there'd be no anti-cheat and there'd probably be no CyberGamer. I mean, without no anti-cheat, what can you do?
Give that man a beer and a cigar.
And a hug.
And a hug.
He deserves a hug.
Why a hug?
I don't know. I'm just feeling the love.
Why would you give a chicken a hug?
A chicken?
Yeah, his name is Bart Kip. Kip is Dutch for chicken.
So he's a bad chicken?
No. But in this case means... I'm guessing it means tough.
Can I just call him Bad Chicken?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I'm going to call him that from now on. So yeah, give Bad Chicken a hug.
Yeah, alright.
He deserves one. Because he's a bad chicken, that's why.
I don't really know what a chicken needs with a hook.
But he needs one because he's a bad chicken, so if you give him a hug, maybe he'll become a good chicken.
Ah, right.
You see?
I see what you did there. Still, one chicken in the pan is better than 2 in the hand, so...
I guess so, but if you got 2 in your hand, you can make a
fried
fire.
Chicken.
I like fried chicken.
Yeah, so do I.
I love all kind of chicken, I'm not going to lie. Except for bad chicken. I don't like bad chicken.
I think we're digressing a little bit.
Maybe, but we are waiting for the game to start, so...
Yeah, indeed, we are.
Oh, hang on, we're waiting for Dave to ready up. Hopefully Dave can ready up, and we can be underway!
Yeah, that was also still waiting for me, but I'm old. My reflexes aren't all that good.
So you saw it 10 minutes ago, but then you only realised you had to press the button just.
No, I just saw it a minute ago. Sorry.
So at the moment it is all square. 5-5 is the score at the moment. eSuba got off to a strong start, being 3-0 up, but GameFaction actually managed to put it back, which is probably surprising quite a few people, yet they are on the defensive side, and 2 early frag grenades go out, taking down Lubashmir and CDE, and now GameFaction are able to get this control onto the A site. So if they play their cards right, they should be fine. As I say that though, Gianni makes a lovely push into A, taking down Header, and another GameFaction player in the form of Al's able to push in and take him down. So now 2v4, and it is Paradox and Sexax find themselves down B alley as Sexax got taken down by Fox, and now it is left down to Paradox. He does actually spot a player at Arches who is lagging in front of him, but he still manages to get the kill as he turns around, is taken down from A, and that must have been a bit like clay pigeon shooting there for Paradox.
That was an unlucky shot there from Al, just jumping right in front of Paradox's aim. That was pretty unlucky. And apparently there's something, somebody's really lagging. I don't know who it is, but apparently somebody is. I'm guessing that was Fox.
It was whoever was in Arches.
Yeah, in the arch. Apparently that was Fox. Well, anyway, it's still 5-on-5 right now. No early frags, no early tags. Now Johnny gets tagged up, but he will survive this, as he has taken down Als, but Evo replies on CDE. Paradox style with a nade and a scope shot, so that's going to be a +10 on Fox and Freak. So Paradox getting a little bit redemption for his early mishaps.
Explosives planted.
And it is now only Header left versus a 3, and Lubashmir takes him down, making it all squared again. 6-6.
Yeah, it's really going forwards and backwards at the moment in this game. I mean, Paradox, he's had a bad start, but he had a good round then. Able to pick up 2 rounds and get the bomb down, which really put his team in a good position. And they was able to set up from that and ended up getting the win in the end. I mean, of course, it's not just about getting the plant down. Once you do that, you start panicking the other team. They start making the rotate, and if your team's set up well enough, you can be able to stop them making those rotates and make it near impossible for players to rotate. But I mean, I have seen some pretty amazing nades from A side to stop the B plant, so it's quite interesting that none of them came out. But perhaps they used them all at the start, and that was why they couldn't really do too much with that.
Yeah, we're still waiting for both you and Dave to ready up so we can get the second half of the first map on the way. For people who were just joining in, this is GameFaction versus eSuba. This is a CG Invite ladder game, and we are on the first map of this game. It is Crash, and it is 6-6 at halftime. So we just started the second half, and first kill goes out to Freak on Paradox with scope on scope. Freak getting the upper hand on Paradox a bit too many times, in my opinion. Header with that deagle takes on Sexaz, who is at this point one of the more important players here on eSuba. Does carry his weight a little bit, while the rest is a little bit underperforming, in my opinion. Except for Johnny, then he's 13 for 9 as we look at the scoreboard. But still, it's only 2 people versus 5 others who are playing decently isn't going to cut it for your team. You have to be like a unit, and, well, at this point, they are not. As I say that, it's now 3 versus 1 in this round. It's Freak who is last man standing right here. He does spot somebody, but can't pull the trigger. Lubashmir with that eagle takes him down. First round of the second half goes to eSuba, 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see sort of how eSuba's defense holds up on here. Maybe it was just that their attack was good, and that maybe GameFaction should have defended better, but we'll soon find out what way that goes. But as we see so far, the first round does go to eSuba, and then of this second round, CDE gets the first blood onto ALZ. Lubo pushing up B long, gets 1 kill onto Evo, but Freak's also there, which Lubo probably wasn't expecting. Jenny taking down Header. It's all going to be left down to Fox and Freak against 4 players of eSuba, Paradox, Sexax, CDE, and Janny, as Janny picked up the deagle kill onto Fox. Freak with a sniper shot onto Janny, killing him. And now Freak left alone in this blue house. Players converging on his position. CDE gets shut down as he pushes towards him. 2 players left. The bomb is also down on that ramp. And he's going to have to try and get that. There's 55 seconds left on the clock. He does get a feeling that there is a player towards that spawn. Yeah, if he overpicks this, he will get shot from around sandbags. And now Freak just having to back off a little bit as he is going to be spotted. There is a player seen at sandbags. As it stands at the moment, Freak playing this a little bit too patiently perhaps. The player who was at sandbag is now pushing on him slowly, I think. Yeah, he is. Is that hardware? And there we go. Paradox lovely jumping out with a deagle shot, killing Freak. And that's going to be 2 rounds at the moment to eSuba.
Well, Paradox now getting back into the game a little bit. He's now 5 for 3 after his last reconnect. So he's getting back into his groove right now. We see Lubersmeer getting tagged up pretty heavily. Doesn't manage to survive that. Paradox now opening the round with a nade on Al's. Phil smoke there from Evo, who is at that broken wall. That L-bend wall, or whatever you want to call it. There is a push going towards that A side. Paradox with the scope takes down Freak, so scope on scope action once again in favor of the Czech powerhouse Paradox. Now Sexaz and Johnny finish the round off on Fox and Evo. And now all of a sudden we have a little lead for eSuba.
Yeah,
9-6.
I mean eSuba on the first side went 3 rounds in a row, and then GameFaction started to put it back. But it's going to be interesting to see if it's because eSuba favour this side, which it just look like they are doing, as Paradox gets the first frag of the round, Gianni with the second, and then Gianni with the third. Can he get the fourth? No, he can't. His Freak picks up a double kill, triple kill, as Sexax, Gianni and CD all go down to the wrath of Freaks. But Lubo shuts that round down, stopping Freak in his track before he could do too much damage. And that's now going to be 10-6 to eSuba.
Wow. Lubersmeer has always been that immovable object. He's always been so consistent and so steady. The guy's a beast, and he's also a legend in his own way. But now Sexaz is taking that legend role up on himself with a triple kill here, taking out 3 members in a row. Alls does stop him in the end. But Johnny does take down Evo, so Alls now last man standing. Has to take down 4 more, does 1, but CDE comes from behind, takes him down. And now it's, all of a sudden, it's a 5-round league, 11-6.
Yeah, I mean, eSuba just pulling away. It looks like they do favour this defensive side. They are getting the stop nades. GameFaction aren't really able to do much, and we do actually see Fox getting timed out there, which is unfortunate for GameFaction. That might play a role in this round, but he does connect straight away. CDE killing Freaks, and Header also getting tagged up heavily. Lubo getting tagged in the back, turns around, kills Header in what could you even call it, the closet, but then he's taken down from behind by Evo. Maybe he thought he'd already killed him, but Gianni avenging his teammate. CDE just playing it cool, down B long, killing ALZ, and 12-6 to eSuba, and it looks like this map's theirs.
Well, it looks like they had a bit of a shaky start in the beginning, but it seems that they prefer this defensive side. And I was talking before this game started, I was talking about how the whole preferred side thing had changed since all the new nades were invented and people started learning them and the strategic moves. And well, my whole theory is just going down the drain as eSuba now take that massive advantage there, going from like 6-6 halftime to a 12-6 lead while they're on defense. Even though we just saw a team ace there from GameFaction, which is also pretty impressive. And that makes it 12-7.
Oh, and nades quite thick and fast. Gianni picking up 2. And at the moment, we see GameFaction falling down all around us. But Fox managing to sort of even it up into a 3v2 as he kills Sexax. And there we go, CD taking out Fox. Last man is ALZ. He's got to stay alive and try and kill Free for his chance to be, for his team to be within a chance to win this map. And at the moment, he's in between a rock and a hard place. However, picks up the Deagle frag onto CDE. Lubo and Johnny left to find. There is one in A. There is also one pushing Bialy. The one in A is top and can see him pretty clearly. And that player now, who was Bialy, is going to be starting to push down on ALZ, and he should be able to predict that, as it's a pretty obvious move. And the player is just slightly to his left. ALZ does show slight bit of his body as he managed to take down Johnny. Last man to find is Lubo. It is now a 1v1, which was a 3v1. And wow, that is just wow. Lubo with a fantastic nade from top A, timed it perfectly, knew what he was going to do, and map 1 goes to eSuba.
That was a pretty epic last nade there from Lubo. Very unexpected, because we know that usually most of the nades go out in the first couple of seconds each round. But like I said in the last game, there is always one of those keen guys who keeps the nade for the last minute. And Luboshmir is actually one of those guys who tends to do that. Nades are pretty expensive in the military world, so he doesn't throw them around like they cost nothing. And that really showed in that with that last nade. We are now on City Streets, which is also a very lovely map. And well, I hope that Paradox can take some of the same epic shots he had yesterday on this map, because he was on fire. He actually had a couple of amazing shots on this map yesterday. So let's see if he can redeem himself, because let's be fair, he was a bit sloppy on that last map. It wasn't the Paradox we all know and love. So let's hope he can redeem himself on this map just by going good from the get-go.
Yep, for sure. Right, I am just going to be right back very quickly. I will try and be as fast as I can, as I do realise we will be starting soon, so I will be right back.
Alrighty then. Then I will just have a little intervenience with the people's channel intervention, or whatever you want to call it. So, first thing I want to say is don't do drugs. That's stupid. Intervention over, okay? If you have any questions, remarks, feedbacks, you can post it in the CyberGamer forum, and you can also ask us here on the chat, as Gaz has said a couple of times. He is watching the chat when he's back at his PC, so if you have any questions for us or regarding game, regarding CG, or yeah, Call of Duty 4 in general, don't hesitate to ask. No question is dumb. We tend to have the motto, if you don't know, just ask, because if you know, it's better to know. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you have any questions, just pop them in there, and if Gaz reads them, and if they're interesting enough, we can do them on stream for a little bit. That will give you your 5 minutes of fame as well. It's always nice to have that. Yep. We are into the knife round, which seems to go towards eSuba. Paradox is more on fire with his knife than he was with his scope last round. So maybe he should knife the entire game.
Well, he could try that, but he's going to have enemies shooting at him, so he might not be the best option.
Well, they are going to stay as they were, so that means that eSuba is going to be on the defensive side. I just threw in the chat again that if you have any questions regarding this game or stream or feedback or whatnot, just throw it in, because you're still reading it, I presume.
Yep, I got my eye on chat. Someone is saying I think it's easy for eSuba. It's going to be interesting. I mean, GameFaction managed to hold their own on the first side of Crush, but slowly faded away as eSuba started to pick up momentum, and I feel like this is going to be a map favourite towards eSuba as well, especially considering I think they picked this map.
That's what we are going to expect, but don't underestimate GameFaction. I mean, it was a 13-7, but it wasn't an easy win for eSuba on that last map. And well, this map is like as random as they come. It can go either way, so depending on how good of the strats of GameFaction are, I don't know if this is going to be an easy game.
We'll find out, I guess. We get to watch it live and see it unfold as it happens.
Yes, we got front row seats.
You could say that.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's only Freaksaw left, and he gets taken out by Loberschmier, who came in from the back at the car park, which means that eSuba has taken a 1-0 lead in this map.
Yeah, and 1 kill for each player on the eSuba lineup, so each player pulling the weight so far in that first round.
Nice divided.
Yep, you can't get any more even than that. And at the moment, GameFaction seem to be opting for a push, which is interesting. Teams seem to be sort of split in terms of which site they're taking. Looks like ALZ's throwing out that smoke to try and give his team some cover. But at the moment, it just seems like they're all hooded up, and a nicely timed nade right now would be perfect for eSuba. Sexax taking that cover, taking down 2 players who try and push onto the site. Header and Fox falling to him, and now players from GameFaction are starting to push in that site as CDE takes down Evo. Now ALZ trying to get outshots towards Sexax, not going to be able to do that. Lubo on the flank, Freak, last man standing, and Sexax should be able to clean this up pretty easily. There we go, SMG kill, and very, very good round there from eSuba.
Well, at this point, if I would have to call an MVP, at this point, it would be Sexaz.
Yeah, I agree.
Sexaz has been a really consistent player over these 2 maps up to now, and he's just continuing where he started. Paradox now opening this round with a nade on Fox. Sexaz with a nade on Als. Johnny with that AK taking down Header. Evo does reply, takes on Sexaz, so we were talking hype about him, and now he just dies to Evo's SMG. Evo making his way towards that stairs there.
Yeah.
Spotting a player that doesn't... I don't know if he can get it. No, he cannot. It's Johnny who's ready and waiting with that SMG. So we have Freak left, last man standing. SMG picked up there. He does spot Paradox, does manage to take him down, but still has 2 players to contend with. Random nade thrown off there, no hits, no tags, no frags, and nothing whatsoever. And now he has to find 2 players and or plant a bomb. And it's going to be very difficult as Lubersmeer with the AK takes him down from the catwalk. 3-0, and this seems a bit like a deja vu. Again, it's a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, we saw a 3-0 lead from the start from eSuba last map, although in the end GameFaction ended up pulling it back and it ended up being 6-6 first half. Of course, then eSuba pulled away. But it looks like eSuba are fully confident on this side as we just see nades and just base positions in place which stop GameFaction getting any sort of push. And there we go, CDE was going to try and make the flank, but Evo's there to stop that. There is another player towards that B site, however, not needed as Paradox kills him with a headshot. So Evo goes down and Freaks and Header. And what I want to say is Freaks has been the last man alive quite a few times. It's going to be interesting to see if that is the case on this round, as he's getting tagged up pretty heavily. I guess that is Sexax that's making the tag. And there we go, Freaks last man standing as Johnny takes down Header. Sexax with an easy kill onto Freaks. And 4-0 now, and it looks like nobody can stop the eSuba train.
Freak had a pretty impressive shot there in the back area of the wishing well. It was a beautiful shot, but well, he knew there was another guy there, so he could anticipate that he wasn't able to make that, and well, unfortunately he didn't. Now CDE opening the round on Evo with that SMG. Paradox with the scope on Header. Now let's take a little peek. Where is Paradox? Paradox is on the top street, just walking back towards that mid area, trying to get a peek on the opposite scope, which he does not right now. Round slowing down a little bit. Now he gets a shot there on ALZ. CDE follows up on Fox and Lubersmeer there to clean things up. Freak goes down, and it's a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, I mean, strong round there from Paradox. I'm just going to watch him again, see what he can do with that scope. The biggest problem that GameFaction face at the moment is the fact that no matter what site they're going, they are going slowly. They end up either getting stuck in A car park or they get stuck trying to go towards B, which is a big problem because it gives eSuba so much time to set up. I mean, the issue is the fact that they can't go all out and blitz it because nades happen, as you see there. Sexax picking up 2 kills, Fox and Header with a grenade. which is proving to be an issue. Paradox actually misses that scope, but it doesn't matter because his teammate is there ready to help him as Johnny takes out Evo, and CD with a final kill, taking down Freaks, who, like I said, has been the last man so many times, I guess, being the scope he just tends to be. And at the moment, eSuba are 6-0 up.
Well, it looks a little bit like GameFaction. GameFaction is a little bit demotivated by the, with all due respect, ass whooping they are getting right now from eSuba. eSuba look unstoppable. They look so comfortable and so confident right now that it's hard to play like this. And Paradox is having a party right now here with a scope shot and a deagle shot after that. Did get taken down by Els, but Lubishmir is there to clean up again.
Look who was last.
with the double frag.
Freaks.
7-0.
Freaks loves being that last man alive, it seems. It feels like he thrives on the pressure that is left with him, but he just can't seem to ever pull anything out the bag. And eSuba are just really just rolling.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we just see early kills after early kills. But at the moment, it's all even as it stands, 4v4. And GameFaction have opted for the B push. There are two other players waiting by Zigzag. Oh, lovely kill there by Paradox. He jumps across to the SMG, getting a deagle frag before that. And ALZ also getting taken down by Paradox. I should have watched Paradox this round. And the scope is going to get... Oh, must have been a no-scope there onto Lubo. Let's see what Freaks can do as he is scope on scope. Can't do anything. Paradox with the clip. And Paradox just... Wow. I'm going to watch him again because I got a feeling that his confidence now is just going to be so through the roof that he'd just be able to run through mid and shoot who he wants.
Did you see his last shot? Did you actually
I was
see
watching
that?
the other sniper.
It was a weapon switch no scope. What a beautiful shot. He just came up into on his knee and he just switched his weapons and did like this massive no scope. And it was an amazing play there from Paradox. And it seems that Paradox has found his groove once again in this map. The whole team of eSuba look unstoppable right now. 3-on-2 right now. Make that 3-on-1 as Johnny takes on Els. So last man standing is going to be again Freak with that scope. And Freak really wants to be a freak. Let's see if he can take down the other two. Nope, he cannot, as Paradox has the AK in hand. Mows him down 9-0, and this is looking pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, Paradox's game sense has shot through the roof. He's wherever he's been, he's had a feeling, or at least known just from the calls that would have been given to him on T-Speak, where these players will be. Time after time, he's in the right place at the right time, and yeah, again, he opens up with a scope kill. Make that 2 scope kills. I've really got to watch him now as he picks up 2, both the scope and another player. There is a player pushing to him on Marky, isn't able to get that as he only gets the tag, but Sexax finishes him off in the end. Sexax getting killed in return by Fox as Johnny is just going trade for trade here as it's now 1v1. Evo's going to know exactly where Johnny is, but Johnny isn't going to know too much about where Evo is. The bomb is down, so Evo's got to try and make his way to try and get that, and he's not going to be able to do that as well. He was going to attempt to do that, but he decided to go for the kill instead.
Oh, that was a sick deagle shot there from the last player of GameFaction. Well, they have their first round on the board right here. And apparently Paradox thinks that a deagle has as many bullets as a machine gun does, which it does not. And well, this round doesn't look all too good in the beginning for GameFaction as Els nades his own teammate. Sexas again with a +10 nade, taking down Els and Heather. Oh wow, Heather has taken down CDE just before that tragic nade. Freaks are again last man standing and last man lying down as Paradox just deagles him down, mows him down, 10-1, and well, it really shows in the scores. Look at the scoreboard. Paradox 17-5. Texas is a nice second, 13-6.
Paradox with the opening frag yet again, and on a scope gets a second as well down that Death Alley, taking down Fox. Oh wow! Getting a phenomenal no scope, and then Header is there to shut him down. So unfortunate there from Paradox. Wow, absolutely amazing play coming out of him. Al's throwing out shots towards Lubo in market and getting that kill with the AK. And I just don't want to take my eyes off Paradox.
This man is a beast, and well, everybody was kind of wondering if he was still the same old Paradox as we all know and love. And well, the performance on this map now shows that he is still the same man we all know and love from back in the day when he started. And wow, this man, he's just a beast. That's as simple as. There's no other words. It doesn't happen all that much that I'm speechless about Call of Duty 4 player. Oh wow.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well, there comes the +10 nade from Evo, just ending Paradox's reign for the moment. Because I don't think it's all quite over yet. Success and Johnny with a quick 1-2 here. Els does take down Lubishmir. So Success and Johnny versus Fox and Els, 2v2. A lot of action going around in that mid. Bomb is going towards the A. They are opting to go for the wishing well. The smoke gets thrown down. Els with the backstab, getting Success down, and still last man standing is going to be Johnny. Johnny getting tagged up massively, trying to get a couple of shots in, but Elza with the third kill, with a deagle taking him down. Well, 10-3. There is still a comeback possible.
Oh, let's just see where he got that kill from then. Freaks actually, yeah, he went for the wallbang through mid and ended up getting a kill from it, taking down Jenny, who would have been running towards Market Stairs. So nice little pick there for Freak, who is now able to get some kills, it seems. He tries to go for the shot through the wall onto Paradox, who is sitting in a car park, but he's not able to get a tag on that. And oh, actually, just spot the scope going on top of a car, not actually landing that shot though, and he is going to know exactly now where Freaks is, so he needs to be careful on his peak, because it does feel like Paradox has had the leg up on him all game. And everything's slowed down. Let's just try and rotate who we're watching at the moment. And a nade is going to go out towards the top. Oh, wow. Sexax was the one to pick up that kill. I completely missed it. Paradox also tried to get a kill. But by that time, Sexax already killed him. And there are now two players pushing on towards A Arch. And the bomb is down by Paradox. And he is going to get shot as he pushes around the corner. Lubo killing Fox. And Sexax also taking down ALZ. So now Freak, yet again, that last man standing with the scope. Just know there is a player sitting in that little gay spot, as I like to call it, and Freak is going to go for the barrel explosion, but the player's already backed off, and just as he goes to peek, Sexax ready for him with the headshot from the AK, and it's now going to be 11-3, and that's actually eSuba's first round for attack.
That nade frag from Sexaz there on, I think it was Eva, that was pretty hilarious. We saw Paradox just walking beneath the arch with a deagle in hand, and apparently he heard a little footstep there on top of the ridge.
Ooh.
So apparently he said that to Sexaz and asked him if he still had a nade. So that was a pretty hilarious move. Now it's like GameFaction is trying to get some revenge in here, getting a team ace against eSuba in this round, taking it one back, making it 11-4, but they still have a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at eSuba's kills at the moment, they're outslaying GameFaction by quite a bit, but GameFaction just seems to be working these rounds perfectly at the moment on this side, and sort of starting to win rounds from it. I mean, we did see in the last round, actually, two of the GameFaction players got tagged up extremely heavily, but they didn't go down, and then in return, eSuba two players went down. It seems like that's happening again. A CDE, Paradox, and Jenny all go down. Oh, mate, that Lubo goes down as well to Evo's grenade, and Sexax left on his own, and a grenade from ALZ. Another strong round from GameFaction after only losing one player, and that's going to be now 11-5.
Well, I don't want to repeat myself all too much, but there is still a little bit of yeah, you could call it a little bit of a comeback going on. I mean, eSuba looked very, very dominant in the first time, and now it's headed with a +10 nade. Those nades from GF are brilliant, just brilliant. The Freak has a nade on CDE as well, so 3 men of eSuba already down with nades. And Paradox does get a double kill in return, so it's not going to be a team ace, but unfortunately he falls in the car park. And now 11-6, so now it's only 5 rounds, and it's not undoable.
I mean, yep, GameFaction looking extremely strong. I mean, got off to a really strong start last round after picking like 3 grenade kills within quick succession. And eSuba looking to push towards this A site. Nades are going to go out towards Arch. ALZ did try and push onto that site, but he was shut down immediately by Lubo. And there is a player actually at Flower who will spot this planker down, and down Lubo is down, so the bomb isn't planted. Freak picking up Jenny from the back, and now Sexax finds himself all alone with Freak, Fox and Evo to find. Picks up one with the Deagle, so down goes Evo. There is a player near Market who is going to push now. Sexax caught with his pants down, trying to reload. Fox with the SMG kill onto Sexax, and yet again, another round to GameFaction.
That was a pretty unlucky reload there at that marketplace, but GameFaction is really getting their groove on right now. I mean, 11-7, they're coming all the way back, and it just falls together almost so perfectly right now. Fox now opening with a nade, Header following up with a headshot on the CDE. Johnny does return something, he does do something. Deagle's down Evo, but Fox destroys Johnny right after with that SMG. So only 2 eSuba players left standing. It's Sexas. Make that 1 as Freak takes him down. So now it's Paradox who's the last man standing, with a scope in hand and a heavy suitcase with some explosives in it. He is trying to make his way towards the B-bomb. All the GF players are all at either eSuba spawn or the A side, so they are not expecting a plant on B. A random nade there from Paradox just to throw them off guard, and it seems to be working, as now the bomb has been planted. Paradox now needs to get the F out of there, and he's in a very, very nice spot here. But he gets mowed down. He gets just absolutely wall-banged there.
Yeah, he tried to hug the side, it seemed, to not be seen from Arch, but it looks like he was slightly out of position, and he's probably weapon was seen or something along them lines.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it's a spot they tend to wall-bang a little bit just for a fun and game.
Just
so I'm guessing it's just an unlucky wall-bang there.
Yep, and I'm actually going to watch what Freak can do, because previously we've seen him last man alive, who couldn't really do too much. He's been getting the odd 1 or 2 scope kills in these recent rounds, so I'm just going to see what he can do with the scope, see if he can pull something out of the bag. The smoke was quite heavy on mid, so he wasn't really able to see anything, and it does look like eSuba have opted for the A push. A flash does go out, I think that was a flash, or unless it was Freak's own. And he's going to be proning now in Flowers, and we just see eSuba spread out like wildfire onto this A site. Great Deagle kill onto Gianni. But Lubo also picks a kill onto ALZ, and the bomb has gone down during all that happening. There is a player just sitting. Oh, wow. Fantastic grenade there from Sexax, getting a +10 yet again. We have seen multiple with the 3rd kill, taking down Freaks. And now Header replying onto Lubo, and Paradox deciding to push, but he's backed off a little bit. And there we go. Great cover there from Sexax, who is going to get that next round on the board for eSuba, which they so badly needed as GameFaction really started to get the momentum. And it's now going to be 12-8 to eSuba, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can close this one out.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see it, but what?
A double wall bang there from Freak, right through the wall. Takes on Lubersman and Sexas. They really have to take this round back. eSuba only needs 1 more, and Freak now really stepping up for his team. Evo and Fox following up. Quick 1-2 there. Paradox goes down to an 8. Johnny falls to an SMG. CDE last man standing. I feel a bit unfortunate for CDE. Normally he's such a solid player, but he hasn't had so much luck in this game up to now. He does get a double kill here. Takes on Als with that SMG and nades down Evo. But he still has 3 more players to kill. And the scope Freak is also still alive. So he's in a massive disadvantage. The bomb's also down in a very difficult spot.
So hopefully he can do something with it. And no, he cannot, as Freak was there ready and waiting at the arch to take him down.
After being 11-1 down.
12-9. Yeah, now it's 12-9.
Or was it 10? No, sorry, that was 10-2 down. Yeah.
No, it was 10-2.
12-9. That score looks nowhere near as bad as 10-2, and GameFaction showing why they are a part of CGI. Not getting off to the best starts, but pulling it back slowly, and it's really interesting to see as Evo pushes out into the side, taking down Johnny, who is caught off guard. CyberGamer with another grenade kill. His grenades they just seem to be magnetic. And at the moment, it is 2v2. Paradox and CyberGamer probably the two players that you would one up in a 2v2, as CyberGamer and Paradox both been performing extremely well. CyberGamer's been performing well across both maps. Paradox, not so much the first map, the second map. And yeah, CyberGamer is pushed there from car park. And the bomb's going to get down B, which is quite interesting, actually. The fact that they were split up so much. Maybe CyberGamer were there just to, you know, give a bit of a distraction. But bombs down. Paradox with the scope in hand. He's the last man to try and defend off two. Got to try and stop them getting this defuse. There is 23 seconds left on the clock. There is a player pushing from Arch. Wow, fantastic shot there from Paradox. He also knows there is a guy in Wooden. Wow, Paradox probably showed a bit too much of himself there. Great shots from Header, but Paradox really should have been a bit more cautious there. He had time to play with. Could have backed off a little bit. Just scared Header a little bit. And then probably won the round. But nevertheless, Paradox got a little bit too greedy there. And another round, and it's now 12-10 to eSuba.
Pretty unlucky play there, but I feel kind of sorry for Sexa, as he was lying down in front of the car park all the time, just ready and waiting for somebody to backstab them, and just at the moment he turns away, he gets shot in the back. That was so darn it unlucky.
Yeah.
And now it's 12-10, so still 2 rounds advantage here for eSuba, and they're starting off strong here, as Johnny has SMG down Evo. Lubersmeer followed up on Fox. Johnny with the second frag on Freak. Els does reply on CDE. Header takes on Johnny. So the biggest threat at this point is down, but don't forget we still have Sexas and Paradox. Again, the two people who you would want on the 2v2. Els now going in pretty deep there. Gets taken down by Sexas, and this could be the GG. Well, it's still not over yet. Header does take down Sexas. And can he take down Paradox as well? He tags him through the wall. But it's still not over yet. Is this going to be the end? Is it going to be the end? There's still 10 seconds on the clock, and
he can't do it.
No.
It's actually interesting that the fact that Header decided to jump down to the bomb and not push Paradox after tagging him up.
Yeah, he actually should have
he should have pushed him.
Car park to destroy Paradox.
He'd already tagged him.
He held like 11 seconds on the clock, so he could have easily done the push and at least try to get Paradox down. But in the end, a 13-10 victory for eSuba, which gives them a 2-0 map win over GameFaction. Well, it was a very exciting game. It was a fun game. It wasn't that one-sided as we expected, and well, good job to eSuba, who also now have, I believe, 3 wins in the ladder.
Yep, 3-0 on the ladder at the moment. CGI. Well, it's not a ladder actually; it's a league, isn't it? So.
Well, ladder league.
Well, yeah, but the league means they play each team twice rather than being able to play whoever.
Anyway, they are still on top of the leaderboards together now with Granted and I don't know who else. I haven't seen the ladder just yet, but anyway, they made some decent progress here. It was a good game. Very unlucky for the former Client Poland, but well. If they keep playing like this, they will still have a decent shot in getting in the sub-top. Maybe connect to the top and maybe cause a couple of more upsets further in the season.
Yep, but that has been CGTV tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to know when we're next going live or more information, you can follow CyberGamer on Twitter, which is at CG Europe. You can also follow me, which is at SG_Gaz. And Warhammer, what's your handle?
From what?
Twitter,
From
your Twitter
Twitter.
handle, yeah.
My Twitter handle is @WarhammerNL, and that's no spaces, no underscores, just one word.
So, yep. So you can follow those accounts if you want to know when we're next going live. You can also follow this Twitch channel, which will notify you by
There's a nice
email.
little button here just below the stream. You can see it on the left-hand side. It says follow. If you click that,
You get cookies.
when we go live, you get an email and you can jump right in and catch all the action with us.
Yeah, and this, of course, isn't just a one-time thing. CGTV does plan on bringing you consistent, regular content every week from CGI, so you don't miss any of the action. All the most interesting games that are around this week, or whatever week it is, will be broadcast, of course. So I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. It is really appreciated. Like I said, if you want to support Call of Duty 4 and competitive Call of Duty 4, make sure you follow the stream, follow CG on Twitter, and then also, of course, you can check out the CyberGamer website, which is cybergamer.org, which you can find out all information about Call of Duty 4 and ProMod there. Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to thank all our viewers for standing by our sides and giving us the enjoyment we casters like to give them by just watching the stream. And I hope you guys click follow as much as you can. And I really hope to see you at the next stream we are going to do. Of course, I want to thank you as well, Gaz, for providing us with this marvelous stream and with your expertise in casting. I really enjoyed casting with you, and I really hope we can do the same in the future again.
Yep, it's been great. Like, thanks to you as well for joining. Obviously, it was sort of last minute with you coming on board. But
no problem. I'm always in for a cast, mate.
Yep. So that has been CGTV, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the upside or the flip side or whatever side you want. We'll see you again. Just make sure you keep an eye on CyberGamer.
Don't go to the dark side. We will see you on the flip side, and have a great evening all.
Yeah, that's the one. Right, catch you all later.
Hey, good night.